Hey folks, welcome back. So where we left off last time, I was about to sand this. So it's down. You can see where the Bondo's soaked in the primer out of the spray can a little bit more, but you can't actually feel those. So I think once we put the actual primer coat on there, we're not going to feel a thing or see a thing. It's more important. So yeah, I've got the inside of each of them prepped and ready to go. And I've got my primer all mixed up in the gun, and I'm ready to start spraying. So throw you guys up in the stand, and let's turn these things red oxide brown.
Starting to feel red dust on the floor, red dust in my hair, red dust on that old shop chair. Coats my boots, coats the door wall, but it's worth it off of these old Farmall. They glow like a brand new dawn when the last speck's finally gone. Yeah, this mess means more than y'all. Every cloud of red dust, I remember it all.
All right, I'm gonna give that about 10 minutes or so to flash off. And then I'll come back and put a second coat on, and then that should be good for this side of these for primer. I'll let them dry for a few hours, and then we'll be back to flip them over and do the top side. Okay, it's the next day. I didn't film it, but I just finished wet sanding all three pieces. I think everything turned out reasonably well. So I've wet sanded them and rinsed them off as good as I can. I'm gonna let them dry now. And then when I get back from the farm this afternoon, I'll probably hit them with a tack cloth, get all the dust off of them. And if I'm early enough, I'll do some painting. Otherwise, that's gonna have to wait for tomorrow night, but they're just about ready for the red. So sorry I didn't show you the wet sanding, but basically I just took 1000 grit sandpaper on the block there and just very lightly scuffed all around to get rid of any sort of texture that was anywhere. Most of that primer actually laid down really smooth. The only spot that I had anything was around the end here of the gas tank, where it had been sprayed from both sides, and I guess one side must have been lighter than the other because it was a little grainy, you could feel, but about 10 seconds with the 1000 grit sandpaper and that's gone. So now they're all smooth as glass. So hopefully the red paint will lay down on it properly. So, all right, I figured while I'm waiting for the sheet metal to dry, I got a little bit of time before I'm heading to the farm. So I'm gonna clean this up and get it painted with the high temp silver paint that I ordered. Saw a guy named Lance Bolin on Facebook had done it to his, and it looked pretty sweet. So I was initially going to paint this black, the same color as the manifold, but I've changed my mind after looking at that. So just clean up a little bit of rust and stuff on here, and then we'll give it a shot of that paint.
Red dust on the floor, red dust in my hair, red dust floating thick in the air. On my jeans on the back shop wall, but it's worth it all for these old Farmalls. They shine like a county fair, fresh paint, fresh breath of air. Yeah, this mess means more than y'all. Every cloud of red dust, I remember it all.
Right. Not bad. It's not perfect. It is a muffler after all. I think what I'm going to do is find a board and just prop it up like this to paint it so that I can paint everything at once. Yeah. See if that works. I don't know about you guys, but I really like building customized stands as I'm working on stuff. It makes the job way easier. There. Now I can paint the whole thing in one shot. All right, I'm using the Rust-Oleum Specialty High Heat Ultra extra rich color semi-gloss sheen. Resists up to 650 degrees Celsius or 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, that sounds good for a muffler. So, Lance Bolin, if you're watching, if this doesn't work, it's your fault. I got the idea from you. No, but let's give it a shot. See what she looks like.
Kids climb up where I once played. They'll see red steel, I'll see your calloused hands, turning those wrenches, making these plans. Red dust on the floor, red dust in my hair.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it for a few minutes. Let it dry. Let's see, what's the can say? It just says allow it to become tacky between coats. So yeah, I'll give it 5 or 10 minutes, then I'll give it another shot. The next shot I'll go horizontal, cover up any of the lines. That should be good. Alright, coat number 2. Coat number 1's looking pretty good, and it's completely dry to the touch already. It's only, I don't even think it's 10 minutes later now. Anyways. Not bad. It'll be okay when it dries. Okay. The wet sanding of the outside surfaces is done. I didn't bother with the insides. I'll just paint over them. I don't really care what texture the inside has, but the outside I want to have nice smooth texture. So they've been wiped clean. Should be ready to paint here. So get you guys up in the stand, get my lights on. I have my paint in the pot already, and we're ready to get started. Okay, so again, my battery died while I was painting last time. I ran into trouble last time though when I was painting. The gun was spraying it wasn't getting enough fluid through it really. Spraying pretty dry, and then it started throwing out a couple blobs. So, and actually here's one that I still have to fix here. I've sanded out everything else. This is 48 hours later, so I let everything harden, sanded the blobs out, and I'm ready to paint on the other side once I take care of this one little nib here. But what I did do is I went and I bought a new gun. Amazon, it has disposable cups with it. Hopefully it's a little easier to clean. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be clean at least the first time through. Let's give it a shot. All right, here goes nothing. Now I'll give that about 10 minutes and I'll put on the next coat. Okay, 3 coats later, and I think we've got her. Well, seems to be laying down fairly smooth, especially compared to what the other gun was doing. It's all still very freshly wet right now, so we'll leave this for a few days, let it harden up, settle out. But I think we got her. All right. So yeah, probably leave this sitting a good solid week before I start doing anything else to it. I've started handling paint too soon after painting before, and had issues, so I don't want to knock any of this off and have to start over on any of it. So probably call this the end of this video. It'll be a shorter video this time around, and we'll be back when we're reassembling this thing and probably working on the wiring harness and getting it running again. So thanks a lot for watching. Like, subscribe if this is the kind of thing that you like to see, and I'll see you in the next one.